Alright, so there's this notion that, Christians should only hang around other good influences, Christian things, like go to Christian recreation departments, like they set up their own ones at church, have like Christian schools at their church, and, like go to eat at Chick-fil-A, and like have jobs where they work in good Christian environments. And this is a notion, I like to call it isolationism. I don't know if that's really a word for it, but anyway, it's just the idea that to be holy, you must separate yourself and distance yourself from bad influences and draw near to good influences. Now that's obviously true. I mean, that's obviously going to help you be who you want to be, be whatever you want to do. It's not just being a good Christian. Like, if you want to be good at football, you need to distance yourself from bad influences and draw near to good influences. Like, the problem with this idea of isolationism for Christians is that it's not specially Christian. It's something that Muslims do. It's something that Hindus do. And like I said, it's something that football players do. It's something that anyone and everyone does. So for Christians, we need something that's special, that goes beyond that. And the problem for us as Christians is that the Great Commission doesn't say stay, pray, and hope no one corrupts you. It says go make disciples in all the world. So we're supposed to go into the areas of bad influence, because building relationships with non-Christians is the best way for them to see Christ through you and see that it's real in your life. For them to, most people, well, I forgot the data, but I think it was most young Christians in America at least will say that the number one thing that led them to Christ is a strong Christian that they had a real relationship with in their life. And the thing about that is, building relationships with non-Christians is the same thing as building relationships with bad influences. So as Christians, we need something that goes beyond this notion of just distance yourself from bad influences. But at the same time, we need to understand that bad influences are real. Just like you want to be a good influence on the world can be a bad influence on you. So if we're going to deal with this, we're going to need to go beyond just this idea of building a monastery and, separating yourself off. One thing, you do need to identify your weaknesses, but you also need to identify your strengths. And it's a good idea to find something you have in common with non-Christians that's not necessarily, a bad thing. Like maybe you like a sport, or maybe you work, but, it doesn't have to be like, I'm into sleeping around with you. Of course, you know that. But anyways, that's all I'm saying in this video, is that isolationism is just going to cut you off from having relationships with anyone other than your little Christian group, and that's not going to help you tell anyone about Jesus. And it's really not anything special about being holy. If we're going to be holy better than the world tries to be holy, we're going to have something more than this isolationist thought. Anyways, Jesus loves you and makes sense too. Check out my blog in the description. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.